I need a beer. Previously on Bumming with Bobcat.
Well, hey, cheers to the Four Loko. So,
cheers, you guys. It is going to be a fun Friday.
You are feeling it.
Oh yeah, I think we all know that. We can tell that for sure. That
slightly.
It was just a little bit of the Loko flowing through your veins. See,
you're going to be just fine. Take a deep breath. Sit up.
I believe you. I love you,
motherfucking Stef. She
well,
lost.
I guess that was it. Well,
I told you that Four Loko was going to.
It is. It's the Four Loko's a beast, man. You have to get your stuff ready. Let's crack them open. Let's dive in and get this redemption story started, because that's what America loves. America loves a good redemption story, and this is what we hope we will be getting today. Comeback story, the redemption there. So, all right.
I like your new intro too. Cheers.
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 God, they taste so good.
Don't they?
They taste so good. It's like candy.
Stef had a wild night with Four Loko. Will she redeem herself this time? Tune in to find out on this episode of Bumming with Bobcat. I need a beer.
All right. This is Bumwide Bob. Welcome to an all-new edition of Bumming with Bobcat on the Bumwide Bob YouTube channel and on all your favorite podcast apps, where we bring you the best of the worst in cheap booze, the bottom shelf, bum wines, beers, 40s, malt liquor, all the stuff you grew up on. We cover here each and every week on the podcast. So do us a solid and smash that subscribe button. Tell your friends. We are now over the 4,000 subscriber mark. We are on the fast track to 5,000, and you never know what kind of challenge or event will be on tap at 5K, because we're still making up the time for how quick we made it to 2K, 3K, and now 4K. Hopefully you enjoyed some Fruit Loops and your favorite beverages with us. And then coming up soon, within the next few weeks, we will have another round of Edward 40 hands. So get ready, get the 40s on hand, get your tuck tape ready, because it is coming your way. And if you want to join in the festivities, just shoot us a message, leave a comment down below, and you can join in and have some fun with us and have some drinks. So let's not waste any more time, and we're going to bring in Mr. Malt Liquor himself. Roadhouse is here. Roadhouse, man, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. All excited. We're doing another episode. Have no idea what the count is now, what we're up to. But we are rolling strong this year.
You lose track after a while. But we're happy to have everybody on board here with us. We welcome everybody who wants to join the festivities. And as we always say, if you have a suggestion for any type of challenge or debate you want to see us cover here on the podcast, we're always open to it. People enjoyed our Keystone Light and Coors Light head-to-head challenge. We had other people chime in the comments about some other topics we could cover. So if you have something that you think would fit right in our wheelhouse here, let us know. We are open to suggestions. So don't be shy.
Yeah. Always like to drink new things or compare things to another and then mix them up at the end.
Yeah, or pour them in some Fruit Loops. I mean,
that'll never get old, will it?
Yeah. Hey, you had to do it once in your lifetime. That's what they always say. We gave it a shot. I mean, maybe you find the right combination that might work out for the best. I mean, we saw that. Okay, if there's no milk available, you can make do with a beer or Four Loko to put in your cereal in the morning. And I'm sure there are people out there that will do that on a regular basis, and no judgment here. We always say it's a judgment-free zone. You're free to do whatever you like out there. So as you said, let us know, leave a comment down below, and then let us know if there's something you want to see us cover here in the future on the podcast, because we're always here to help the people.
Yes.
And we're always here to right the wrongs of things that might have happened in the past. And we've had a guest on the show a few times, and she's been gracious enough to join us here again today. And it's been a while since we talked to her. We just be her third time on the podcast here. The first time, which I just saw pop up in my feed the other day, we did a PBR bash with her, and then we had her back again for a Four Loko adventure. And if you haven't seen that episode, it is in the archives. I even did a cut down episode tracking Stef's
progress.
Progress throughout the episode.
Evolution of
and we said since that day, almost a year or so ago, we said we need to have you back on here for a Four Loko redemption story. So the wait is over. She's back. Stef is back again. Stef, how you doing?
I need redemption badly.
Redemption. I know. We've been talking for months and months now, saying, okay, when are we doing this? It was a rough showing you had on the podcast with the Four Loko, but this time you made sure you were prepared, you're ready, you're in the right mental state for it. I mean, I know it takes time. You have to kind of build back up to get back into that zone again.
I'm never in the right mental state. Let me clear that. But no, I just wanted to thank you for having me back on. First of all, I love your show and it's really fun. I wanted to tell your listeners, so I did a party foul major. So I was so excited to come by the show again and have a Four Loko because it had been years. And I didn't have lunch or dinner. I just had a big breakfast. I was running around all day, dropped the kids off, came back and had a tall Mickey's can by myself because I'm just relaxing. I'm waiting to start the podcast. Do not have food and have a Mickey's can and then start a Four Loko challenge with two guys that drink professionally. It was funny though. I was like dying. I was like, eyes were closed. I was a powered down robot on Star Wars.
Yeah. We saw it from start to finish right there where it's sort of, okay, we're good. And then all of a sudden you hit that crescendo there and we were fading fast. And then all of a sudden you just vanished. No, didn't say bye. You were just poof. It was like you never existed. You were never here. But we were happy to hear that you were okay. I know you had quite an adventure after the fact.
So I got confused when you guys messaged me, "Are you okay?" When I saw that the next day, I was like, "What do they mean? Am I okay? Like what?" I didn't know. I just straight up blacked out during the podcast. But I come to and my girlfriend Robin picked me up and we go see Papa Roach played for free downtown at Concert in the Park in Sacramento. I come to and I was on your podcast and then I met Papa Roach singing, rocking out in the show. I have no recollection of ending the podcast. And my girlfriend picked me up. Yeah. I told her I was going to sleep on the couch. I'm like, let me just stay on the couch. She's like, no, girl, we're going to Papa Roach. And she carried me to her car.
Nice. That's a friend.
Finally, right. And then you got that second wind finally kicked in when you got over there. So
did you drink any more that night after you came to?
I didn't. I felt fucked up still, at Papa Roach hours later.
Yes.
Yeah. It was good. It was fun though. I would do it again. I'm just saying.
Well, we are going to do it again.
That's true. That's true. That's true. We are going to do it again. And Stef has down there, as you can see, right down at the bottom. Don't focus in the middle. Focus a little to the side of her.
Don't want to cover the
good. Stef is being a patriotic here. Brought along a Four Loko USA this time. And Roadhouse and myself, we didn't plan this.
No, we did not.
But we both have a can of Four Loko camo here. Now this is this is only gonna be my second time with this one since we did it when it first came out earlier this year.
Okay, so it's like a redemption on your part.
Yeah, I mean, getting the second time around with it there. So let's crack them. Let's crack them open. Let's dive in. Get this redemption story started because that's what America loves. America loves a good redemption story, and this is what we hope we will be getting today. Comeback story, the redemption there. So, all right.
I like your new intro too. Cheers.
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 God, they taste so good.
Don't they?
They taste so good. It's like candy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sneaky though. Like I said, normally I know the drunk is coming on. I just went, it just hit me. And I was like, It might happen again, but I did have a whole sushi roll just a little bit ago.
Okay.
So, I should be good.
Okay. But that was it. It's a sushi roll. That's it. I always thought maybe you'd like carbo load, like a big pasta meal or something like that. A lot of bread,
I had a burger for lunch. I'm just saying,
Okay.
I had an early sushi roll, a salmon sushi roll for dinner. Because normally I don't eat till later, but I was like, no, I'm gonna eat at 5 if I'm gonna drink with these guys. So I can stay the whole time.
Whole issue with the East Coast, West Coast time of recording.
Yeah.
Is that for even East Coast time here, Roadhouse Central time, then your West Coast time, so you have to take in all the thing, and you're 3 hours behind me. So for 9 p.m. my time, it's only 6, and that's still early for you. So it's like most people won't be eating until 6, 7, unless you're going to the early bird special, with the getting those discounts at the Red Lobster over there.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bang old guys yet. Not yet. One day, maybe. I like to go where they're young.
Yeah. So Steph, what do you think of the USA over there and the flavor of it?
It's really yummy. It has a blue raspberry kind of flavor to me. It reminds me of a blue raspberry slushy and like Sprite kind of. I don't know. They're just like refreshing, almost like a soda.
Okay.
It tastes like there's alcohol. What's the camo taste like?
It is
tangerine.
It's a mixture of flavors, at least from what. I mean, this is my second time with it now, because when it first came out, this is the newest flavor, came out earlier this year. And we tried it for the first time on the podcast. And I said it tastes like kind of like a bunch of like Smarties, like crumbled up.
That's right.
Into a drink, at least for me. And I can see where Roadhouse says that tangerine.
It's got a
flavor to it there.
Tangerine
it's like a very like fruit punch flavor, but
and then I taste a little cherry right now.
Yeah.
A little cherry flavor.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you guys doing
from the USA's as well?
Oh, nice. What are you guys doing for the summer? Are you guys doing anything like crazy or going on a trip?
Nope, right here. This is what we're doing here.
This is to Bum Wine Bob.
Home drinking. Yeah.
Yes.
At least you're safe. You know what I mean? When you're home drinking.
Yes. Yeah. 9 times out of 10. Yes. You can try not to get yourself into trouble here.
I got too many animals to take care of to leave and do anything.
Yeah. I know that is hard. I have to hire a pet sitter too. And so it's a whole nother, kids to baby daddies, animal pet sitter. By the time I book the flight, it's like, there goes a fucking grand. Like I'm not even at the trip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Getting to the trip, you're not even saying, okay, what am I going to spend on the actual trip? That's another expense on top of that with how expensive everything is these days. So it never ends.
I'm trip broke. I just took 3 trips in a row and I'm now staying home. This bitch is staying home.
Yes.
For a couple months.
Yeah. Take a little break.
Yeah.
Then you can go back. You can go back out there again for it. But
I really don't have any urge to leave my home for any reason.
Yeah. That's what's cool about podcasting though, because I am starting to appreciate staying home more this last year. And I feel like I'm going out and having an interaction from my house. And I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's different. And I enjoy it. It's like, I don't get to hang out with a lot of people around here. And so I look forward to, our recording sessions, and I just get to drink with my friends.
Yeah.
Even though we're not sitting here kicking chairs out from underneath each other and stuff like that kind of shenanigans, but we can still have a good time.
Yeah. No, it feels cool.
Yeah, they got the dogs barking out there.
There's deer in the front yard.
It's causing trouble out there already.
Yeah,
with that stuff. Yeah, but it's always fun. Yeah, like you said, it's a good. I don't want to say substitute, but it's different because you're still talking to people. You're still seeing people. It's just you're not right in front of them, right here.
Yeah.
So it's close enough.
I'm safe here too. My friends like to punch each other in the dicks when we're drinking and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm safe like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Guy things.
I don't have my dick on right now, so I have to go put mine on.
Yeah, it's so early. Once that Four Loko's done, then maybe
then I'll get the strap on. be like, hey guys, I got a dick now.
Yeah.
Four Loko inspired me.
This is what
yeah.
See, it was camoed.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
This is
more
what Four
American
Loko
than
does.
tits and a dick? You know, like right now, that's so American.
Right there with your Four Loko USA in hand.
You'd be your own best friend.
Yeah.
I'd make a hot tranny.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I think of that scene where in Spaceballs and John Candy's Mog, half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend.
Seriously.
Did you see they're coming out? They're making another Spaceballs.
Yes, I don't know.
That'll be
It's
cool.
difficult.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's one of those things where it's whenever you do a sequel to something, when it's so many years later,
40 years later, even
running that, it's that fine line of, okay, is this thing going to be good or is it going to be terrible?
I'm not big on remakes and sequels because I know they're talking about remaking Labyrinth. Now, there's a prequel I really like. I like Dark Crystal. It's an 80s fantasy movie by Jim Henson. And they did a prequel, and it actually turned out really cool. And it was unrelated enough, you know, and Netflix did a series. But normally I don't like that. When it's something so good from the 70s and 80s and it's a core movie of mine, like Never Ending Story and stuff, I don't want you to touch that. Don't remake it. I don't want CGI fake stuff. I like real actors in the movies that are older in my fantasy movies. I don't want computer generated stuff.
I've seen those first two movies you mentioned within the last month.
No, I'm obsessed.
And Dark Crystal, both.
I'm obsessed with David Bowie's Package and Labyrinth and Dark Crystal and just and Legend with Tim Curry. Like all the 80s fantasy movies by Henson were just mind blowing. You felt like you were on acid as a child watching those. But they're trying to remake Labyrinth now. They're talking about doing it. And I'm like, you cannot. David Bowie killed it. Nobody else can be the Goblin King. You cannot remake a lot of. I just leave it alone. They're running out of ideas.
Yeah, I was going to say they have no ideas for new movies. So it's like, okay, this came out 30, 40 years ago. Let's just remake it. Nobody will notice.
Yeah.
And then you see it and you're like, oh, but I like the original. I like this, and now you're just this is just trash. The remakes of everything or sequels to everything. I mean, I'm a huge Terminator fan, and you know the first two movies, awesome, and then anything after that has just been progressively got worse and worse over the years with it, and it gets to the point where it's like, yeah, you hope for, okay, maybe there can be a sequel that might redeem, like we're talking about redemption here, that another sequel could redeem everything about the crap after, but then it's just, you just keep digging that hole deeper and deeper. It's like, can nobody come up with something new to make a movie about that people will go see? I mean, it's like what happened? What happened to the world that, you know, growing up, you had all these great movies, and now it's just, oh, we're just going to remake stuff. We can't think of anything new or anything exciting. We're just going to remake stuff over and over again.
I think one of the only one I'm huge. I can't stand remakes at all. But when they did the Predator movies and then the Alien movies, and then when they merged the two together, I thought that was great, where they could fuse them both together.
Same. I liked Freddy versus Jason because I liked both of them separate and then kind of having them fight. Speaking of Terminator, though, can I ask you guys a question? Because I'm interested about what happened yesterday. So Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator, if you guys know, he was in a long-term marriage, you know, with Maria, and he cheated on her with the housemaid and had an illegitimate child with the maid that the family didn't know for years too, and was carried on around the family. Well, now it's out. So at a movie premiere the other day, his kids with his previous wife refused to take a photo with his child that he had with the maid. So he took a separate photo on the red carpet with the child he had with the maid than from his family. Do you think the kids that's okay, or was that harsh?
I feel that was harsh. If that was in my family and that child, I would just see him as another sibling, another brother or sister. But they might look at it different. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw the same thing, and there was a big hoopla about it online. People are saying, "Oh well, yeah, his the original family, they don't want anything to do with the other kid." But then people are saying, "Oh well, I guess I guess Arnold's one son has hung out with the other one before. They've gone hiking and stuff, so they've done stuff together. So it seems like they're friendly or cordial. I don't know how close they are, but that's a little. I mean, it's saying, okay, we're gonna do a big family photo, but okay, but you, since you're not really in this family, you wait and then you come in separately. You would like to see it if you could just put it all aside and say, okay, let's just do one thing together. But I'm sure there's probably a lot of hurt feelings and everything because of that. I mean, I get it, but still, to make a big
I get that there's hurt
scene.
feelings, but yeah, it's like the kid had nothing to do with the scenario.
Exactly.
The
Right.
kid should be in the photo.
No,
You know, it's
right,
not
right.
his fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody fucks a maid here and there. Right? My grandpa fucked a maid. It was a thing,
It's a thing. Yeah. Yeah.
And my grandpa left my grandma for the secretary. He was very, 50s attorney. That's what you did back in the day. It was hot.
Yeah. It's like nobody batted an eye at that point about it.
No.
It's like, but when you're in the the public, you're a celebrity, and this whole thing becomes a huge scandal. And then now it's a big deal.
Well, everybody wants scandal. Everybody wants drama, and that's what people focus on these days. It's kind of getting old. Nothing's genuine anymore.
I want peace. Like, I really do. Like, I mean, trust me. Do I get myself in trouble? I do, but it's because of my vagina. It's not me. I sometimes think with my pussy and go, I want to hit it. And then the second it is too much drama, though, I'm good at cutting it off these days. Cause I'm like, I want calm and peace. I want you to bring joy into my life. Don't stress me out. That's why
you just need thicker skin. People around us need thicker skin. Just, I don't agree with what, a lot of things that you have to say, but I enjoy being with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I can overlook some things that I don't like just to hang out.
Yeah.
There's no need to make a big issue out of things that don't need.
We all don't, march to the same drum.
Right.
I like everybody and everyone that has different views from me and stuff. I love it. They don't always like me because I have dark humor and I like to push the boundaries, and I deal with stress with jokes, with memes. That's how I do it. I'm not saying I don't give a fuck. I give so many fucks that I have to give no fucks sometimes. You know what I mean?
A lot of things that's so dark that it's like taboo is super funny.
Yes.
And
I was gonna. I mean, Rodas, I know what you sent me yesterday. What you said.
He done some good stuff.
That what you had brought up, I guess. I don't know if you want to bring it up or not. I mean, I'm sure you will with what you said to your brother the other day. That seemed like stuff that you said that's funny. Yes. And then some people are like, oh, well, that's not funny. It's like, oh, well, it's just a joke, Yeah.
So. Yeah. I can't get offended by anything. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like there's too much stuff out there.
I've tested you pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's too much negativity and stuff out there today.
I'll send something to Steph and I'll think, maybe I shouldn't have. And then I get a big heart on it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think just from the the interactions that we've had, with her, it's like you really have to be like way out there to really offend.
You can't offend me.
A weekly basis of at least hey, chat, small talk, and memes and reels. Pretty much memes and reels on a daily, and then an occasional response.
We send each other crazy reels and memes. And
that's what everybody does. That's what people always say. It's like, your bros are, you have something going on personally, and it's like, well, you're not talking about it. You'll just send funny reels and stuff back and forth.
Yeah.
And that's how you get through it. And everything these days is so, everything's a downer these days.
True.
And that's like we say here, like we try to just, have drinks and have a fun time and just, put all that stuff to the side and just, enjoy the good right here.
I will say though, if I
have
think
some
something's
drinks.
a little too offensive for my story, because my story is to entertain my friends when they're bored at work and stuff. They joke, they live through my story on Instagram, and so if I think it's too wild though, and it's going to offend too many people, I send it to our group chat, and I'm like, I can only send
Yes,
that to the
right.
group chat.
Yeah, you know what you can put out there for the public
Yeah.
consumption, and then what's okay just for the select group, the core
Yes.
people, that no matter what you send, they're not going to give a shit.
Yeah.
and they're not getting offended by it.
No,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what one of the things I used to love about in the early '90s. I used to love stand-up comedy and comedy clubs, and I went to one. I seen Doug Stanhope, and I'm pretty sure that his whole mission is to see how many people he can get to get up and walk out of his show.
That's cool.
It was. I mean, it was a fantastic show. So you can catch a lot of Doug Stanhope stuffs on YouTube, and you better be ready.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I love comedians.
Bob Saget, we all know him as Full House, and next thing to Ozzie and Harriet. Watch his stand up. Watch his.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's dirty.
Yeah, that's a lot of dirty
like
stuff.
The best. He is.
He'll talk about molestation and banging young people. I like because you're like,
I love his version of the Aristocrats.
Yeah.
And now all comedians tell their own version of the Aristocrat. And if you want to get in a rabbit hole, watch different comedians do their version of Aristocrat. It's fantastic.
Okay.
Bob Saget's is absolutely the best and worst at the same time. It's terribly good.
Though. He's dirty, and I just like that you saw him as wholesome dad, but then when you watch his stand up,
you flip the switch. It's totally this total 180 from it.
I mean, I never knew him as a comedian in the early years. I just knew him from Full House. But then with the internet and things, I discovered another whole side of Bob Saget that I love.
Yeah. You know who I love, even though he's dead, and I always rewatch his clips all the time, is Mitch Hedberg. Like, I just love him. He's so good.
Yeah, that was like the it's like such dry comedy.
Yeah.
Just like
yes.
Like was I mean, a lot of them, because I know I had some friends in high school that were like huge fans of him, and then you'd watch some of the clips, and it's like with like the club sandwich, like all these things. It was like it's like this, not stupid, but it's just so basic and dry. But that's what makes it funny.
And then it's funnier the more you hear it sometimes, or later when you think about it in the afters. You're like, God, he's a genius. That's what drugs does and depression. It makes you really funny.
Yeah. That's just that people deal with all that stuff in different ways, and some of it translates into comedy or stuff like that. So whatever works for you.
What's your guys' advice? What do you guys do to deal with stress, or what's your naughty thing?
Work.
You do too much work?
Stay busy.
Yeah. You can't slow down.
Yes. I just, when the shit hits the fan, it's just knuckle down and get stuff done. I mean, that's how I deal with it. I just recently had a passing in my family, and I have not stopped just doing stuff, and haven't really let it set in. And before you know it, you're over it.
I feel like that. I'm the opposite. I just sit. I don't move. I just like to sit a lot and stare at my phone. It's hard for me to fucking want to do shit.
Yeah, it's tough. It's the it's like, okay, it's drinking. I mean, I don't know if that's a good
that's your vice though, right?
A bad thing. Yeah, I mean,
it makes sense.
That's a solution for all issues.
Yeah, that solves everything there. Or
having a good time, drink. Having a bad time, drink.
Yeah, or like you said, or it's just, as we were talking about, just like scrolling through random, funny things or stuff. Just take your mind off everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best way to get through it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, have a few drinks, put on some music, and like I said, just sit here and just get lost in that.
Yeah,
that
music
rabbit
is
hole.
a big heal for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right. I do love the podcast because this last year it's kept me really busy in a fun way. Like it doesn't feel like
Yes.
work to research a new band and plan my questions and schedule the band. And it's really been fun to where it's not, I don't even have time to think about what's going wrong in the world because I'm like, oh, who's my guest? You know, like what's going
Right.
on. So the podcasts are really good for people if you like it, you know, if you like to talk to people.
Yeah, it's an escape from the problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we said, you do this to have fun, have a good time. You're not here, at least the podcast, that we do and what you do, we're not here to stir up drama or
No.
controversy with anything.
I'm not doing a
Just,
deep news dive where I'm telling you how to think and feel and I'm telling you
no,
about the world. Like
yeah.
I will, as a joke, my friends have been like, Steph, I don't have time for the news. So can you tell me news updates? So as a joke, I'll say the news, but in a silly way. Like I'm not trying to be taken seriously when I give you current events.
Right. And when it gets to the point that you're not having that fun with the podcast anymore, that's when it's time to, take a break or step back from it.
Yeah.
And that's what always people say. It's like if it gets to the point where you're feeling overwhelmed or it's too much, then that's when you want to step back. And it's tough. It's a tough line to teeter on with it because you do feel so focused on views and listens and trying to get the word out to people when you think that like everybody says that what they think they're the best at what they do, and if you don't, you shouldn't be doing it regardless if you are the best or not, because people say if you don't enjoy listening to what you did, then who else is going to enjoy listening to it? And I know, at least with me, it's tough at this point where you're going through and you're like, okay, how can you get more subscribers, listeners, and everything? You're trying to kind of make that jump and get more people involved with it. So you always have that stress related to that, but you still have fun doing it though. And that's in the end what really matters.
You're right, though. It is a balance, because I like to set goals for myself, and sometimes the goals are really high, and that's what I love. I was like, okay, in the first year, I want 10,000 followers on Instagram because that's like where I mainly hang out. And I got to 6,000. And I was like, oh man, I wanted 10. But then I also am like, Steph, be grateful that you got there. And
Right.
now I was still in 2 years now, I want to get the 10 or 15,000. And I don't want it to just be a numbers game, even though we do look at our numbers. It is interesting to me. You know what just fascinates the hell out of me? I'll be like, this is a really big rock star, or this is a huge comedian, and they won't do as well sometimes as like something that's boring, a boring interview or I'll just literally be sitting there with my tits pushed up and be like, so there was an earthquake today, and that fucking takes off. And I'm like, what takes off is strange and doesn't make sense to me.
I'll tell you what I've seen lately that you put on there, and I is your long-lived passion and love for Weird Al Yankovic.
Obsessed for years. And it is not a lot of people like him, like me. Like
that's part of my childhood.
Oh, nice.
I mean, Weird Al in general, his songs, and
me too.
I mean, it was just, I don't think I idolized him. This is kicking in already. I can't talk.
Here, I'm okay.
Now it's to say, where are you?
You look forward to hearing his songs
there
on MTV and then watching his videos of the spoofs like Eat It, and he's part of that culture. He's part of that time in my life when I was a teenager. And
me too, like a surgeon, fat, like I laugh so hard, and I love a funny guy, like a guy that can make fun of himself. And then he's highly intelligent. So he's not just funny, he's really smart the way he writes his music. So I got obsessed with him. And then ever since I wrote the Donnie and Marie show in the 90s and told him I love Weird Al, and they flew me out to meet him live on TV. And then I told him I was a dancer, and he was like, do you want to backup dance for me? So it just started rolling into like, oh my gosh, I'm backup dancing for my idol. And he was so sweet and respectful and nice. And I'm a bigger fan. Before I was obsessed with him, and then meeting him and dancing for him, I will always, we're going to hang out in August, and we haven't hung out for over 10 years.
Awesome.
So I can't wait to see him and hang out with him again, and bring my kids. My kids have gone one time, but this is going to be my kid's second time with Weird Al. And to see my kids laugh at what I laughed as a kid is so cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, I'm such a big Weird Al fan for life.
My
and
brothers
not a lot
and I
of people
still
are.
quote the movie UHF, scenes from the movie.
Yes.
We did that this past weekend at my father's funeral. We were red snapper, very tasty. You know,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's all cool.
Your dad's dead. My dad's dead to me, even though he's still alive, but yours is really dead. So that's got to be hard too. He's still alive, but daddy issues are the best girls in bed though. You will not get a freakier bitch that has a dad that has abandoned her. Like, it's the wildest. I'd go for it.
I know you're right.
I know I'm right.
I know you're right.
If daddy leaves her and later in life, she is going to want to fuck you like she wants her dad to call her. Like, it is going to be hot. It's true.
Yep.
What about you, Bob? Do you have parents alive? Are they still in the mix?
Yes, still,
Okay.
yes, still here. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. How's it like to have a family? Tell me about that.
I've raised mine. They're all
I was
gone.
gonna say, I mean,
I don't. I have
Just my wife
checks
and I.
that get sent in the mail. So sometimes there's checks from my mom in the mail, which are really nice. I will open
yeah, I was
all
gonna say
of them.
that's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yeah.
It's no, I'm not living this horrific life. There's nobody on Thanksgiving that I would call or see or have an invite to, but I will open up the checks and cash them every time. So
it's a trade-off at that point. It's like, okay, what do you want? It's I mean, I get it. It's I mean, but you have, well, you said, I mean, but you have your, it's not like you don't have anybody with you though. That's the whole thing. You have your core group of friends that make up for that.
I have a huge group of friends that I love to death. I have like my friends are my family, I always say, because I don't have family. So I have like a group of 20 close and hundreds of friends in different states I've met over the years that I want to get a tour bus. That's the goal in 10 years. Yes. When I have freedom, I'm going to buy a tour bus and sell my house. And I'm going to visit all my friends I've met over the years in every state and stay with them.
Yeah, so you'll drive all around the country. And then
can I stay with you guys? Can I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can. I got a futon down here.
I'll park my bus. I mean, I'll park my tour bus.
You need to time your trip here so we can go to Louder Than Life.
Yes. I can get us backstage. I know the owner. We can do it.
See?
Danny's my bro. So I'll be backstage again at Aftershock this year. I'm stoked. And Manson's there, and Korn, and Blink-182.
I was going to say, I mean, and if you want to get more, followers and subscribers, that'd be the great thing, to be following that journey of you on the bus as you're going across the nation. And, stopping concerts, interviews, people, followers, just going through all these different places and seeing who you run into in the process. See, that right there, that will do it.
That's a great idea.
You end up dragging along with you.
I used to say I wanted to marry a rock star, and now I'm becoming the rock star.
Yes.
So that's happening.
Yeah. I mean, you're not doing the music side of things, but you're the, like you say,
sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I'm just banging people.
You can say the press side of things. You still do your interviews. You still talk to the stars. So you still have a reason to be doing it. You can still do your interviews. It's just you're on a bus driving around the country and seeing what kind of antics you can get into in the meantime.
I can't wait. And no homeowners insurance, like everything about it. Like just driving around and not paying.
You just got a bus in, and that's it. You're just
vehicle registration.
Registration, gas, maintenance on the bus, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Well, I'll get like a hot poor guy to come stay on the bus to do maintenance and like take care of stuff like that. Yeah, you're hot. I don't think you're poor.
That's volunteering. He'll be the maintenance guy for the
just to see chicks, just to see titties out in the tour bus though, huh?
It just it's like the sunrise,
Yeah.
I love,
just put a smile on your face.
Yes, it does. I don't have to touch them. I just have to see them.
I love tits, obviously too.
That's Simple pleasure in life.
I was gonna say, that's what
booty,
people
though.
always say. Yeah, it's just like I don't care. I'll just see them. That doesn't matter. I mean,
It never gets old. Never gets. I can walk in on my wife after all these years and just walk in and see it. I'm like, yes.
That's cute. That's actually really
and
cute.
she'll say, I'll grab him and touch him. Your hands are so cold.
That's
Cold
foreplay.
hands, warm heart.
Warm her up. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
That
hot.
never gets old. That's
Don't talk about. I haven't had sex for a week, so I don't even want to talk about anything because I'm just jealous. I'm bummed.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. I have a date tomorrow, so it's been rough.
Fingers crossed. That'll be the.
I know.
That'll be the one to
do the work.
Going through my head.
I definitely I did go though I did the longest time without having sex recently. And it was January to like May. And it was 3 whole months without sex because I was talking to someone, I won't say who they are, but they have a really busy schedule. And it was like, okay, I'll wait for them because I was really into them. And it was, I mean, we had a lot of phone sex, and stuff like that. But 3 months without any sex is just, you start seeing stars. You don't know who you are. It was hard. It was a hard time in my life. I don't want to.
Everything looks like a hard time at that point.
Yeah. I wanted to bang my couch. Like the edge of my couch looked good. I'm like, damn, about to get up
you saw that strap on. You're like, okay, all right, let's go.
I do. But you know what's weird? I will say, as much as I like to wear that and be dominant in the man sometimes, I'm not a toy person on the receiving end. Like I like skin. I like being sensual. And so I like a real human and human touch. I am just not a girl. I think guys, they hear me and they go, oh, she's so wild. And so they'll be like, how many vibrators and dildos and things do you want? I go, no, I want you. Like just
you want the real deal. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like rubber. It's hard for me to get off when my brain knows it's a toy. And I want it to be someone that I think is cool and hot. Yeah. Can you guys use a fleshlight though? Have you guys ever tried a fleshlight?
Never have.
I've never tried, but it's like I think it'd be the same thing too. That it's not the same as the real thing. So it's like, do you just wait it out and just like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, release is release.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a half spoiled ham.
Yeah.
I mean,
you'd fuck a ham.
You can knock the bone out.
And you'd hit it. Have you guys ever done dirty roulette or chat you bait, any kind of chats where you're masturbating online?
No.
No.
I might have before.
I do a lot. I think they're so fun. I just think it's an ultimate high, right? Because there's masturbation and you get old and you're like, well, I've masturbated a lot by myself. How about I join strangers overseas, especially with all the wars? I'm like, why don't I masturbate with Ukraine and Russia or Iraq and Iran? So that way I bring them all together. You know what I mean? And
you're doing your part to unite. You're uniting all these countries and communities as one.
If I masturbate with Israel online, I feel like I'm supporting them with somebody in the country.
Yes. And maybe you're dealing with somebody who's high up over there. Then that will in turn, then they'll relax a bit and they're like, okay, well, we don't need to go to war. We don't need to do this stuff because I'm feeling very relaxed now.
We're going to stop war with dirty roulette and randomly masturbating with people online. You know what's hard though? I have hand tattoos. So I was thinking about it. So I don't show my face, right? It's just a close up down there. But I'm masturbating with my hand and I'm like, you could see my hand tattoos. There's a lot of, I'm sure, videos.
So you can, if somebody really wants, they could match that up to you if they needed to.
Yeah. And so I don't really care. And I know everyone's like, you got to do OnlyFans. I would never do an OnlyFans or something like that. That's too blunt. But sometimes, go online with strangers. You'll come harder and faster because you're like, this is so wild that I am online with strength that I don't know. And I could be being recorded secretly. The whole thing is taboo and insane.
Erotic, yes.
That I will come in 2 seconds. I don't know, like 30 seconds. And then it's just like, oh shit, log off. And you ever have that post-nut clarity? You're like, what did I just do? I just came with some fat guy in Africa with his cock out that I don't know. And it's like, damn.
Fat guy in Africa?
Yeah, it could be anybody. You know what I mean? I'm looking down and they're like not attractive or they're really old. And you're like, but it was so hot to me that it was a stranger. And that was the only thing that was hot, that a stranger seen you in that scenario, that it's just like, I don't know. Lately,
kind of the excitement of Voyager or
voyeur. Yeah, voyeurism, like showing yourself. Yeah, it's bad. It's because I think once you strip and you're like into performing, it's a little bit fun when you're older and at home to be like, well, I'm exposing myself, but on the DL. Not everybody knows.
Right. You're in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to worry about anything else. You have your fun. And then once you're done, you turn it off, you pack it up, you go to bed.
You're like, what did I just do? Like, that was gross. I'll never do that again. And then the next day you're like, God, I should log on to Dirty Roulette and do that again.
Right. After you're like, oh, I shouldn't, I'll never do that again. Then the next day you're like, I have nothing else to do. Let me let's see what's going on over here. Let's log in really quick and
one time that I was really hot though, you guys. It was a girl, a very hot girl. And I'm saying girl because she was like 20, 21, 22. And she's fully nude, like at the end of the bed. And she's kind of shocked because it's all men, right? So it's like 90 to 95% men. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of shocked because I've been on it for a while, clicking. It's always dudes. And she starts touching herself. And I'm like, okay. So then I start going. And it was like hot that this hot younger chick wanted to like play with me, and I'm old. And I was like, I felt good about myself that day. It felt like a little ego boost, you know?
Sure. And that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you need. Just a
pep in your step.
Yeah, a little pick me up to get you going throughout your days. There's no shame.
Got it.
No shame in that.
Self-esteem pick me up.
Yeah. I don't know if I could get her in real life though, but it was fun on the on the site.
On the internet. It's all fair game. It's all fair game on the internet over here. You can't go wrong with that.
It is. I did get one chick though that's like so out of my league. It's insane. And so she just came up in my life because her stories recently, she found someone in London and she looks super happy. I'm excited. So she's been flying to London a lot and just she's insanely gorgeous. And I, to this day, go to her stories and go, how did I bag that several times? And why did she want to bag me? Like she's like a Victoria's Secret fucking model.
Wow.
And like perfect body, all natural, tall and smart, like smart as hell. You know what I mean? She's a teacher and a creative. And I just am like, I don't know how God blessed me so much to get to bang Haley. I'll never forget it.
Gift. You have the gift. I mean, it's the intangible that you have over there between the men and the women. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I will say I am very loving and like a genuine person. I like my personality. Right. I really want to help you. I want to listen to you. I want to hang out. There's no ill intent. And so my personality has gotten me way out of my league, like 100%.
Yeah, that's why I said you are the female version of Roadhouse.
I know. That's funny you said that. I like that. And I like your memes and your reels. So I vibe.
So then it works out perfectly at that point, you see.
Yeah. You're reincarnated with tits. You guys, I'm already feeling this like a lot.
I am too.
See, I was going to say how far. I mean, I just finished the line.
I'm really low. I have like the bottom. But
well, this is a good sign for the redemption for Steph. She's almost down there, and she's not slouching in front of the.
She's still sitting up straight
this time.
Everything's in place.
Yeah, not just down like this, like last time. You're like, oh.
Yeah, last time it was like this.
Yeah,
I watched it and I laughed so hard because I've never watched something more and been like, "Who is that?" I was there. That was me, and like. I just really, you got to eat and you got to not have a Mickey's tall can before you go. You got to.
I have a problem watching some podcasts where we really hit it hard. And then I get embarrassed for myself as we get further to the end, trying to hear me talk and, going in full Joe Biden. Blah, blah, blah.
Against the, when are we getting ice cream? I don't know.
Yeah. You're falling off bicycles.
Yeah.
So I love being authentic And all of us fuck up. Like all of us have had times in our lives where we're not perfect and we drank too much and we did something maybe we're not proud of. And I'm that weirdo that's like, hey, you guys want to hear about this time I fucked up? And so I even love that it's out there. It's like, hey, if you guys want to see me literally
here's the video, here's the link.
Here it is. It's there. And I don't want to ever filter any podcast I go on or when I'm on. I want to be like, this is my life.
What happened. It flowed perfect. Everything was right. It was just poor planning.
Right. And it's not
100%.
In the end, it's nothing bad. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's
like
not
we all get fucked up.
Yeah.
But just like he says, Bob says this all the time. This is a no judgment zone.
Yeah.
Nobody could fuck up worse than I can.
I will say though, you guys,
Roadhouse set the bar so high that it's like
you fucked up more than me.
Yeah.
I had to drive to the ocean though the next day and also pick up my kids. I don't know why I did not think this through because it was the Motocross America. It's like the Motocross Championship.
That's right.
So, and it's a big deal. And I actually, one of the riders, Bobby Fong, came by my podcast and gave my kids backstage to like meet all the motocross championship people. It was a big deal. I fucking was driving like in the bins, like almost throwing up. Didn't, but like felt like I was going to throw up. Had to pull over, and I don't ever pull over, and get a banana and a water at the gas station. And the kids are like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, mommy just had a long night." No, mommy was fucked up all fucking night and at Papa Roach. So like,
I actually followed everything you did on social media the next day. I knew you was getting ready to do that because I hadn't heard back from you. We were
you were alive.
Worried, you know.
I don't die. You can't kill me, baby. That's where I'm at now. You can't fucking kill me. You know how many times I've done so many drugs, cocktails of drugs. I OD'd once. You cannot kill me. I'm like, I got shit to do. But no, I was like for 8 hours straight in Monterey, far away with the kids at a fucking outdoor sunny motocross championship, hungover. I started drinking again and I felt better. But like,
sometimes that's what you need. Yeah.
I'll never forget that podcast because that was one of the worst hangovers the next day functioning.
No, it's always been, go balls to the wall, go ham, and go to work the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not a quitter. I wasn't going to not get my kids at 6 a.m. and get them to the fucking motocross championship. I show up.
Yes.
I don't care if I'm fucking feel like I'm going to die. I'm going to show up.
I was going to say, you do what you got to do sometimes for everything. And not podcast related, but I know I've had some of those days where there were some of those weekends when you've drank so much on a Saturday night. And then Sunday, you're like dead to the world. You're hungover. You're just laying on the couch. You might you've thrown up a few times, and then you'll go to work on Monday and you're still feeling it. Like that's like one of the worst feelings in the world when it lingers into that 2-day hangover. Like no matter what, that Sunday you're trying to sleep it off. You take some Advil, some water, Gatorade. You might even try to crack open another beer to kind of, get that hair of the dog to just kind of get it out of you. But when you go to work Monday still and that hangover is still there, you know that you had a great time that weekend. And those are few and far between, but we've all had those where you have those 2-day lingering hangovers. And some of those that also kind of creep into that Tuesday sometimes too, when it's like, it's rough, but you have a good story to tell. And that's what makes sense.
Like once you hit 40, it's this magical midlife where you get hangovers for 2 days, 3 days. Like I don't recover, or I'm not hungover, but I'm tired for 2 or 3 days if I had a heavy drinking night. Like I pick and choose my battles, my night. Like honestly, tomorrow night, I'm not going to drink because Saturday I'm going with Foreigner. I'm so excited. So they got me and my girlfriend backstage on Saturday, but I know we're going to be drinking. We're going to be partying. So I'm at this age now where I'm like, Friday night, I want to have green tea. I want to get good sleep. I want to get rest. So that way I look good and am ready to go on Saturday. And normally I go out every Friday because I drop the kids off and it's like, woo, freedom. And I'm like, oh, hell no. If I plan on partying on Saturday and we're at the Hard Rock Hotel, it just opened up a new one in Sacramento. So I know we're going to be gambling. We're going to be out smoking and drinking. So it's going to get crazy on Saturday. I'm going to sleep tomorrow. Like good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a trade-off. It's like you have to know where your limits are.
I can let you guys know my secret how I function.
How do you function?
Celtic salt. So
Okay.
I buy Celtic salt. That's the only salt we have in this house. I get a glass of water and a heaping tablespoon of Celtic salt, mix it up, chug it, come back to life instantly. I drink a glass of Celtic salt every day.
Okay. So
Mine is pickle
your
juice.
remedy. Yeah.
Sodium is really good for you. And so like salt, sodium.
Not table salt, not iodized salt, but salt.
Got chemicals.
Correct.
I do Himalayan salt. I love pickle juice. Like if I am super hungover,
yes, absolutely.
I chug pickle juice, and I know it has a lot of sodium in it, and it really makes me. And I eat pickles too. Like I just love.
Okay.
If you can if you can handle it, and I do this every day. I do a shot of apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I love apple cider vinegar, pickle juice, and then like a big greasy, like a bacon burger or something. And that is my
absolutely.
Let's go again.
I've done that. Yeah, the burger or whatever, the big greasy, heavy, breakfast, lunch,
animal
whatever.
Animal fat.
Yeah.
As much animal fat as you can ingest.
Yes.
It's all good for you. What we've been told in the health pyramid is
lies.
Wrong.
Oh my God.
Upside down. If you
all
take
the carbs at the bottom
upside down, that's how you should be living.
Right? Like we need more meat and protein, and like dairies. Okay, but all those carbs and bread at the bottom, that's too much. It's ridiculous.
Flip it upside down, and that's how you should live.
I'm just a carnivore in general. Like I literally love meat.
Oh yeah.
I have to eat it every day.
You try to focus more on that instead of instead of the carbs and the pasta and the bread and all that stuff there. Yeah, focus on the meats.
Yeah.
And that's so much better for you.
Yeah.
Do you guys like weird? I like weird meats. Like I love duck and lamb and cow tongue. I like dark meats, organs, chicken hearts and gizzards, like gamey meat. I like dark, rich iron meat.
I don't
we
mind
raise
it.
all our own meat. Everything we eat meat wise is raised right here.
That's why you can drink so much, because you got healthy ass, no hormone.
Yeah, exactly. You got that.
Free-range.
The organic meat over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything.
I got a water too, guys.
My animals have the best life.
I'll tackle my Pabst Light over here as my
That's your water.
To hydrate.
I'm beer deprived. I ran out of beer.
I know. You got to go stock up again.
Go get some more.
All I have is 40s.
I love 40s. It's funny. We played Edward 40 Hands in college a lot. It was like the hot thing to do.
Hey, you going to join us?
I will.
Another round coming.
No shit.
Right. Is it a Friday or Saturday though?
It doesn't matter. We'll be on your
figure
schedule.
it out.
Okay, because I cannot have kids if I'm doing Edward 40 Hands. So
no, that's right.
I'll talk to you. We'll try to coordinate it if you will join in for.
We had a guy piss himself at college one night. It was so funny because it was hard, And he was like, "Oh, I'll just go later," and then he just started pissing. So that's what I remember.
Well, if you want to wear some Depends, we have a couple.
See, that was one of the suggestions of our listeners.
For some reason, I don't know why. A couple people have been saying, and we've been asking for suggestions for stuff like to do on the podcast, and people have said that they want to have an Edward 40 Hands with us wearing Depends.
Adult.
I'm in.
And it's a little weird, and that's like
adult diapers are hot. It's all the
we're like,
craze.
do we do it? Do we not do it? We're like, if Depends will sponsor us for it, we'll be more than happy to.
The thing. I will set the camera up across the room, and I'll wear nothing but an adult diaper.
Yeah, the diaper and put it. You can leave your shirt on too. Your shirt and the diaper.
No, I'm going
full diaper.
No.
With a pacifier. Go full on Rugrats.
I'll have 240s.
How are you gonna drink it? Yeah.
I would totally try a Depends and just pissing myself while Edward.
I don't think I could actually go through and use it.
Oh, I would use it. I would use it.
Man, that's like
it's tough.
I would try it. I mean, why not?
I don't know.
Well, we said to, and when we do the Edward 40 hands, you said as much as like last time we did Roadhouse and our buddy Kevin, they did the legit duct tape and everything with there. I did it because I was running all this stuff here, so you don't. I say for legal reasons, I cannot require you to duct tape 240s to your hands.
Yeah.
But if you want to have 240s, with you and drink them, that's fine too. You don't need to duct tape, them to yourself. I always say if we were all together in the same room doing it, then hell yeah, we'd all be doing it duct tape, legitimate Edward 40 hand style. But if you want to do, just 240s and not duct taping, that's perfectly fine. We're not holding anybody to any rules and regulations here unless we had some governing body saying we had to do it there. Like I said, if the people from the pens came in and wanted to say, okay, wear the diapers, duct tape them, and we'll pay you guys, then sure, we'll do it, no problem. So
can we get them both? Can we get Blue Chew to sponsor you and Depends to sponsor you? And we all take a Blue Chew and wear Depends and just Edward 40 hands.
But what is that going to do for what's that going to do for you if you take a Blue Chew?
I get a clit boner and I piss myself. That's what it's going to do for me.
I'll
try it.
Wood so stiff a cat couldn't scratch it.
Oh, I remember my buddy Scott. I love Scott. He's just one of those people that you're like, damn, they should have died. They have 9 lives. And he and I moved down to LA together. He was my brother from another mother, growing up. And he loved and sweared by Viagra when he went out and drank a lot. Because, like every guy gets some ED, some erectile issues when they're heavy drinking. So he would always, my best friend, take a Viagra and then go out and drink heavy. And women loved him. Like all the girls loved. He was hot. He's from money. His dad's a freaking doctor at Stanford. And he swore and always got the women by taking a Viagra before going out. I think you can have a heart attack and die. So I'm not suggesting it, but I'm just saying that was his kryptonite. Yeah.
The disclaimer: do not do this.
Do not try it. Yeah, but he always had a raging boner while heavy drinking from taking Viagra and going out. And he's in his 40s and he's got some new hot young chick in Arizona that he just moved in with. And it's like, I love you, Scott. Like
good for him, man.
Yes, he never slowed down at all. Never
That's
missed
one of the side effects of that Celtic salt.
Really? Is the boners? Okay. And you still like your wife. Honestly, that's kind of cool. That's rare. You can be married for a long time and find your spouse attractive and want to bang them. A lot of people, the sexual attention dies within a couple years and it's not making me want to get married again when all my neighbors are like, oh, I never have sex and I don't bang my husband or wife. I'm like, you guys stop. You're supposed to make me want to settle down, not.
You're ruining everything for me.
Yes. Like I'm looking for my third
region in the world to climb on.
That's hot. I mean, that's what I want. I want to do my partner all the time and not get bored and be like, this is exciting. And we're always going to reinvent things. Yeah. It's hard to find though.
Hey, third time's a charm, right? For you. So
that's what I'm third time's a charm. I want a big ass third wedding. You're on your third?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There we go. See,
we're so much in common. Okay. Okay.
That's what you have to strive for right there. You see?
But I think that is like when we're older, we know who we are. We know what we want. I do have a really good outlook for my third marriage because I know exactly what I need. And I'm honest, right from the first date. I'm like, sex forward, sex positive. Like this has to happen often. I need you to be okay. Also with my past is very wild. There's a lot of things that I think in my other marriages, they were not okay with. Me being crazy on the radio and talking about my past, and that I have to find a very strong person. Yeah. And I'm not saying that's easy to be comfortable with like, hey, people want to hear about you hooking up with someone in the limelight. So of course I'm going to tell that story again. Right. And people I've been married to have been very offended and not comfortable with that.
Yeah, you
I'm not in that environment to where it's talked about.
Yeah,
but it's not asked either.
100%. No, I'll be honest. I couldn't date someone like me. Just putting that on the record. I don't want to date someone where I hear about your past, or I could Google your past, or you've had somebody that's maybe well known. I don't want to do that.
You can Google your past.
Yes.
Right. If it's out there,
that's a solid phrase right there.
I want a naive, sweet little cutes, fresh off the boats. I want to derail you, and defile you. I don't want you defiled. And I mean, that's why I've gone for younger too, because
that sounds like lyrics to a 9 Inch Nail song.
Yes. I want to penetrate you and you not to be so penetrating.
Yeah.
I like innocence. Innocence is such a turn on to me.
Yeah.
Well, you said you like those younger guys, you said, so.
Strip it away.
I do.
A younger guy, I remember when I was younger, I wanted to perform. I wanted to be the best. And I wanted to last and be the best. And as I got older and realized you just need to be there. I don't know.
Not a performance. I think being more present, being more, like I said, I like sensual. I like passion. I think a lot of people think like they've watched a lot of porn. So it's like 9 positions and crazy.
Sure, they're desensitized to the emotion of it.
Yeah. No. The hottest thing ever is I actually give a fuck about you. I want to go slow. I want to explore your body. I want to figure out what you like. How different everyone is in bed. Let's be real. Like everyone is so different and unique and want something very different. So like learning your partner and loving what your partner likes to do and then doing it for your partner because you enjoy it. That's what's hot. I don't care about how long you last or how big your dick is or any of that. It's like, are you really enjoying me and figuring out me? And am I wanting to get you off because I really like you? It's not a game.
Exactly.
Some of the biggest turn on. Foreplay is some of the biggest turn on.
Right.
Yes. And foreplay, you know what I love? It starts in the morning when you wake up. And I'm not even talking about sex. I'm talking about foreplay can be, I want to cook you breakfast. I want to talk about a subject you want to talk about. I want to put on a program on the TV that you like to watch. That is foreplay too, that can turn you on before you even touch each other.
Sure. I agree.
It's like like not knowing it at the time, but it's kind of just gets the wheels turning a little bit.
Being an attentive lover. Like, how can I cook for you and feed you? That's sensual. How can I clean for you? How can I take care of you?
Just knowing that person is on the top of your mind all day.
Yes. Yeah. How can I make your life easier? Too. Like that's such a turn on. And then you're like, damn, I'm ready to go. And then by that time, it's like,
how can I take the load off for you?
And put my load on you.
Yeah.
Hey-oh.
Easy top pearl necklace.
Yeah. As a sharp dressed man. So it's like, how can I de-stress you? And then so it's interesting because I get sex questions all the time, especially I think these young guys, they go, oh my God, I want to impress her, right? So I want to last a long time, what you said, and I want to do all these positions.
Yeah.
And I had to tell the last guy, he was such a sweetheart. He was not such a nice guy. He took me out to a movie and dinner and he started performing in bed. And I was like, listen, no, I just want to cuddle. I just want to slowly figure out what we like. I want to have missionary. I like missionary. Call me old fat. That's my favorite. And we don't need to mix it up and do tricks and throw me around. And then let's just get off and then cuddle and watch the news and go to bed. I'm not trying to do these acrobatics and crazy things. I felt like he was trying so hard. It was sweet, but I don't need all that. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
100%.
Right. Yeah.
You can get the job done by
you don't
minimal
need
effort.
all this extracurricular activities with it. It's it's just the feeling and the comfort and the connection.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah. Are we vibing too?
Yeah. Like I said, it's not what you see in the porn and the videos.
It's so
and it's like I said, it's great to watch. It's great to see, but in real life, it's not like that.
No.
And
I love to watch a gothic chick chain up a guy and peg him and hurt him and it's hot and whip him. But in real life, I want to more look into your eyes and make out and,
Right. Right.
have sex missionary. Like, it's fun to switch it up here and there, but that's like a very rare activity.
Right.
It's not all the time.
If you're with them for a while, and then every once in a while you switch things up a bit, you do different things or something exciting.
Do you really? You guys get pegged? If
no,
you,
no,
that's
all you. That's
I'm
all
ready
you.
to switch it up.
When I was talking about things different, I was not talking about the paying side of things. So
one of the
let's
things
switch
I
things
told
up.
my wife when I first met her and we started dating
don't peg me.
is I don't want our relationship to ever get stagnant.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be routine. I want it to be fun all the time. And we enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. That's important.
Yeah, because I've been in, this is my third marriage, but
I know. Well, hey, I'm almost there. I'm trying. I'm looking for my third marriage.
He's trying to catch up. He's trying to get there.
Yeah.
More to go.
Wait, Bob, are you on your first marriage?
Yes, first. Yes.
Yeah,
You're
you
so incredible.
you're either going to stay on track or you're going to be fuck ups like us.
Yeah. I did read though somewhere that your second marriage is doomed. Pretty much your second marriage is an 87%. This was in California though, divorce rate. But then it goes back down to 60s for your third marriage.
Yeah,
and for some reason, your second marriage is like the worst. And I will attest to this. My first marriage was like level-headed. Like we were kind of, I would say, arranged in a weird way. Like we both had money and it was like, this makes sense. And we were boring and cute. The second marriage was like artsy, weirdo, no money.
I could see that the second would be the worst one, because like I said, you have your first one, which you think, okay, is the best.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. Then the second I don't want to say fully like a rebound, but you're trying to make up for all that. And so you're just kind of grabbing for whatever.
I thought sex only for my second. Second was all about sex. I was like,
so
okay,
the second,
the sex is good.
you do that, then okay, that doesn't work out. Then the third, now you can kind of make up and say, okay, I screwed up the second one. So if I can get something like the first one, but better, then that would work out best.
My second, we dated for 5 years, was married for 6 months.
Dude, we dated for 2 years, was only married for a year. And we did a bunch of cocaine on a cruise ship to Mexico for our wedding. And that should have been like the tell-all
red flag right there.
Was not gonna.
Oh no, this isn't gonna end well.
He was a musician that had no money, but he was great in bed and we had great sex, and that was it. And I just was like, yeah, let's get married.
Yeah.
And I want a combination of my first and second husbands. I want level-headed and fun and artsy together. So now I do think my third marriage will last because I know what I want, right? Like I want a little bit of both.
So if you're not looking for it, you'll find it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you just gotta find that one there. So if you're watching this podcast and you see Stef, you've heard about her.
Yeah.
Then you're not gonna want to marry her.
Reach out, send Stef a DM. Slide in those DMs over there. But be nice about it. Don't just send in dick pics.
No, please send a dick pic.
Send it to me first. I'll weed them out.
Okay.
Roadhouse to be the buffer.
In California, I hate flying. I fly a lot. And I don't like it. So preferably in California, it's hard. I'll connect with someone over DMs and they're in another state all the time. And I'm like, can you be at least in California? So that's what's hard. Be close.
Yeah. Be in California and then reach out. If you're not in California, sorry, move to California and then reach out. I mean,
send a dick pic still though, please. Send it.
Because Stef will rate it for you too. So
I will. I want to see. I've seen a couple.
I was gonna say, I think we discussed that. We did some dick pic ratings before the last time. So if you're curious, send it over to her and she'll help you out over there.
I'm here for you anytime.
I'm so glad we're an hour and something in, and you're just sitting here, bright-eyed.
She's not down. Are you done with the Loco?
I'm done with the Loco. I had dinner. I honestly, what I eat is so important. If I don't eat, that will take me out.
No, that is always, and I mean that's been my number one.
Mine.
My number one philosophy since day one of drinking is always make sure if you're doing a big night of drinking or you're drinking something like a Four Loko that's a heavy hitter alcoholic beverage, you'll feel it, but you're not going to be at that point where you're slunched over, ready to just close the laptop.
I was like this. I was like, hey guys.
Hey,
I really like being here. Thank you. And I was like falling over, and then I was like, I just like closed my computer.
And then all of a sudden it was just gone.
It's just gone.
And we're just like, okay.
Cut my life into pieces. All of a sudden I was at Papa Roach, and I'm like, wait, was I on a podcast tonight? I don't know. In a couple hours, I'm leaving to Monterey for a fucking motocross competition. I'm retarded. It's fine. It was definitely a wild 48 hours. I was like, podcast Papa Roach, and then I was like backstage with the motocross people, and I'm just like, I need to go to bed. I like could not wait to get home Sunday, and I curled up in my bed. I just remember, and like Sunday and Monday for 2 days straight, you know, when you're just like your bed is your home and it's so cozy and you put the pillows all around you, and I was just like, I need to hide here for 48 hours.
And that's when you're like, you just get up to go pee, and then you come back in bed, and you're like,
yes.
I wish I had those Depends just to go. So, hey, Depends, hey, you sponsor. You want it?
I've peed on guys, so I feel like I could do it in Depends. You know, like it's not that different.
I'm so glad you came back. I'm so glad that you came back. I've been looking.
Thanks for having me back. This has been so much.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like I said, the
You're
redemption.
Home away from home.
The Four Loko redemption has been a long time in the making since
it needed to happen.
Almost a year from now. We said, we're going to do it. We're not going to do it. And then it was a couple weeks ago. It was like, screw it. We're locking down a day.
Yes.
Locking down a time. We're just going to ripping that Band-Aid off.
We're busy bees. So it is hard, but I make time for heavy drinking. I always make sure that there's some heavy drinking podcasting in my life. So,
all right.
You make the exception for it there.
This is the home of heavy drinking.
Yeah,
exactly. And we will see you back here for the Edward 40 hands.
I'm in. I'm down.
See?
All right.
Sign me up.
Set.
Pick your 240s of whatever.
We need to do it soon because I am blowing through these 40s I got stashed.
Well, because you don't know how to pace yourself over there, and you don't pick up regular beers to drink in the meantime. You're drinking the 40s, and I tried to teach this guy how to have some self-control when it comes to drinking and stuff.
Stashing and holding on to
stuff, but he goes into the fridge.
Come on, we're on our third marriages.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir over here. I know, but with the two of you here, so I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get through to anybody over here.
I like to drink hard and fuck hard, so there's not self-control. It's not in the vocabulary. I'm gonna do what I want when I want.
All right.
So I was gonna say, well, Steph, what do you have coming up on the on your show and on the podcast and everything?
Okay, I'm so stoked. For Stef's Rock Show, we got Prospect Hill coming by on Saturday morning, and then I've got VIP backstage to Foreigner on Saturday. So I'm going to be posting clips and hanging out with the band that night. I've got a guest spot on Five Finger Death Punch's podcast, Beardo and Weirdo, appearing soon. So lots of bands. I'm just shocked and stoked that I'm getting to do, and then of course always Aftershock Music Festival in October that I help post in backstage, which is 114 bands worldwide that are huge. So there's a lot coming up. You got to stay tuned.
Okay, that's what you got to do. You got to follow Steph. Follow Steph's Rock Show out there, and like you said, we'll bring her back again, and we will do some Edward 40 hands. Said as. Within the next soon. Roadhouse is getting a little antsy over there.
I'm ready to go.
There. I don't do stuff too quick. He keeps texting me and says, "Hey, when are we doing this? When are we doing that?" So we got to get things done on his schedule before he drinks all the 40s in his fridge out there. And we said too that we will put out we will have a poll out there. I have a whole fridge. I've stocked up over the past few months on some 40s, so I will stock up. And we'll put the poll out there for what you can vote on for what 40s I will drink. And if Roadhouse doesn't drink all his in the meantime, you can vote on his 40s there as well. So spread the word. The best of the worst in cheap booze is right here on the Bumwine Bob YouTube channel. Smash that subscribe button. Check out the website at bumwinebob.com. Check out Stef's Rock Show, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. all that fun stuff. Check out Roadhouse at Roadhouse 71 on the social medias there. And we had our Stefs Four Loko redemption here. And
thanks for having me, guys.
She's still standing right here, so this will be a win here. This is what we do here, people.
I didn't pass out. I did it. I came back.
She did not pass out. She's still here. So tell your friends, spread the word, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers.
Motherfuckers!